What up, what up? Welcome back to another Uniquely Average podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm James.
I'm Matt.
And today we're going to talk about our top 10 Office episodes. The Office is, for me personally, probably my favorite TV show. I think it is for you too, Matt.
Probably.
I mean, it's definitely one or two. It's up there.
Yeah, it's definitely up there for me as well.
So we're all going to discuss on our top 10 episodes. There's over 200. I think there's 201 exactly. So
quite a bit of content.
Quite a bit to look through. So, before we get going here, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of noticed my list hovers around season 2 to season 3 with the oddball here and there. Is that something you guys noticed? Or
Yeah, for me, definitely mine's heavy season 2, couple season 3, and then, like you said, 1 or 2 from various other seasons. But I don't know. Personally, I think like you were saying, season 2 and season 3 are kind of the better of all of the seasons. There's a lot of really good episodes within those two.
I like 4 a lot too.
4 is good too. I have
good.
I have one off of season 4 as well on my list.
One thing about 4 that I don't know how I really felt about Ryan being the district manager.
I kind of liked it actually.
I mean,
I thought it was kind of funny.
It had parts that were funny and then parts that
because he's trying to be an aggressive boss, but they all kind of just laugh and spit in his face.
Yeah, when they rub his hair. If they all knew how much I paid for a haircut. Fire guy. But yeah.
Fire guy.
Yeah, and then Andy does it. You weren't here for that. You can't do that. But yeah, we're not going to just discuss that too long, but we'll get going on the list. So we'll start with me. Does that work for everybody? Let's start with Matt, actually.
Yeah,
welcome back, Matt, by the way.
Yeah,
just a couple.
Been a while, but glad to have you back.
Yeah, I was out for a little while, and it sucked, but I'm back for the office.
We couldn't do this one without you.
Yeah, no, I think he had to be. Picked a go and come back for.
I guess I'll start. My number 10 is the Women's Appreciation episode. I wish I would have, when I made this list, I should have put which seasons and episode it was.
I did do that.
Yeah, I did do that.
Yeah. It's the one where Phyllis gets flashed, so Michael kind of organizes an all-women's day, and, it's one of those episodes where it kind of had both two different things going on that I thought were really funny. It had Michael kind of trying to be like a girls and stuff, and he takes them shopping, and they have really awkward women's conversations. Then the other half is when Dwight and Andy are trying to find the
dude, that's like the best.
Yeah.
And Pam makes a picture of the guy, and it looks exactly like Dwight.
Just with a mustache.
Yeah, except with a mustache. I thought that was just really, really funny.
I like Andy's trying to be nice to him, but Dwight's just being a dick.
Right.
And he's just hang these up, idiot.
Wow.
Yeah. This guy looks like a real criminal.
Real deviant.
Yeah.
Tries to offer him half of a Snicker bar. He's like, halfsies? No, wholesies.
Just shoves the whole thing in his mouth. I also like when Meredith's driving and she just throws the whole bag of chips out the window.
Oh yeah, they take the van and her van is totally messed up. Is that the episode too? No, I don't think it is. It's not the one where Dwight keeps shunning and unshunning Andy.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But they're starting to get along.
Yeah.
Right.
They still have their hatred of each other.
Yeah.
Just for reference as well, that is season 3, episode 22, Women's Appreciation.
No way, dude. That's season 4 because Karen.
No.
Oh no, it is season 3 because Karen's
3,
in it. She's gone by 4. Okay, you're right.
Oh yeah.
Karen
All right, Chris. I think that's going to bring it to you then, huh?
Yeah, number 10. Number 10 is going to be the one that actually started it all for me. I do love the episode, but it's also got a little nostalgia for it. For Christmas one year, my dad got me an iPod video.
Okay.
And when they first came out.
Yeah, dude. I was so badass. And we were going on a trip to Cancun, so I was just trying to add stuff to it. And I didn't even know what The Office was. I saw it. I don't know what made me pay the $1.99 for it, but I'm glad I did. And it was the first episode I ever watched and bought was Casino Night, season 2, episode 22.
That's a good one.
And
that's kind of what got me into it too, because he even after he watched it, he's like, "You gotta watch this,
dude."
And it was he only had like that and like one other video on his
Yeah.
iPod, but that was when it first came out and people were going on iTunes and just
Right.
buying stuff. But it was a good find because
Who knew that was going to turn you into the Office freak fanatic that you are?
Dude,
I don't think it's like the funniest of episodes, but yeah, it's got nostalgia and it's.
And there
what got
are
me
parts
into it.
about it that I just love. Like even like the opening bit where he says Jim says he can move stuff with his mind.
Yeah. And plus, that was like when we were really into like playing poker all the time, so it was kind of cool seeing them play like Texas Hold'em.
I'm going all in. I'll call. But I went all in.
Yeah. I laughed so hard.
I have good cards. But I went all in, Toby, so don't you think I have good cards?
Just take it back.
Yeah. But I also like the, just when he's talking to Daryl, because everything he wanted for the night got canceled, pretty much. And he's like, I want fire ants or whatever.
Oh.
And Daryl's like, they're not coming in my warehouse, that he's just getting all pissed off.
Yeah.
And Toby's canceling all his stuff for him. But
the opening part where they're trying to decide which fundraiser to donate it to, and it's like the Afghanistan Annies for AIDS. Like, so just couldn't pick one.
So yeah, it was definitely a nostalgia pick, but also overall I do like it. Also like Jan and Carol.
Yeah.
How that he invites both, but Jan says no.
Right.
But then as Carol saying yes, Jan calls back and
two ladies on casino night. I'm gonna drop a deuce.
what is Dwight say? It's like Michael says we must deceive them.
By doing so, we honor them.
Yeah, I remember that. I thought it was good. But yeah, so that's my number 10, Casino Night. That's season 2, episode 22, and we're gonna take it to James for 10.
All right, so my number 10 is kind of the end of the show. Well, not the end of the show, but season 7, episode 22, excuse me. Goodbye, Michael. So it's like the last episode that Michael is in. I don't know. I think it just it's a good farewell to him. I don't know. There's a lot of it's a good episode. I just think there's a lot to it. That's the one where he just wants like a drama-free day to like say goodbye to everyone, and then Andy and who's the other person work to like try and keep all the clients. Can't think of the other person's name.
Will Ferrell, D'Angelo.
Yeah, D'Angelo. That's what it is.
Ugh.
But yeah, just I don't know. I think it's like a good episode, and it's the last one with Michael. So I mean, I don't know. That's kind of when the show went downhill a little bit for me. It's I don't know. We were talking before we started doing this that it's like after season 7 when Michael leaves, like the show, it's still a good show, but it's just not the same without him.
Yeah, I mean, it could never be the same. If you started watching the seasons without him, you might just think it's still a really good show. But when you start with Michael and then you take him out, there's no way it was going to keep at the same par.
Right.
But it didn't make my list, but I actually do like Goodbye Michael quite a bit. It's actually an episode I didn't think I liked. And I've watched through the series like 5+ times now. And recently when I watched the episode again, it was like, I actually really do like this episode. It's almost like, Michael's gone full circle, if you will. Like in season 1, when it's like Meredith's birthday, he like makes him get like the mint cake because he likes mint.
Yeah.
And she like can't even have ice cream or whatever.
Right.
But in Goodbye Michael, he just like, let's just get a vanilla cake. Everybody likes vanilla.
Right.
So it's like, you can tell.
He matures.
Dude, one funny scene on that is like when he's like kind of thinking about not going, and he's like, I'm going to have to learn all the new channels.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I totally get what he's saying, though. Like, just switching like cable providers, it's like, oh.
Dude, it's the worst.
Yeah.
No kidding.
But it's a good pick.
All right. Well, Matt, like I said, we'll bring it back to you. What's your number 9?
It's one of the few ones in the later seasons. Season 7, episode 17. It's the Threat Level Midnight episode where they finally air the movie that Michael's been like recording over the years.
His action movie. That's right.
Yeah,
I forgot about that episode. It's a good one, actually.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It is kind of dumb, but it was funny because like it showed like he's been recording it since like season 1. You can tell from like.
Yeah, wasn't it like 10 or 11 years or something?
He's got some of the characters are like people that have been long come and gone. it's just it's just funny, like the ridiculousness of like the spy movie, how he just like takes James Bond and just like
blows it out for
way too much.
Michael Scott.
He's married to Catherine Zeta-Jones, who dies, and like
he just saves All-Star games.
And yeah, he has to learn how to play hockey, so it goes to like that typical 80s like training montage.
It's even the best around is playing, right? Because you're the best.
I don't know what song it is. It might be that one.
When the Cherokee guy, who's Creed, is like teaching him how to like.
And he teaches him that same way where it's always like something dumb, but then you integrate it over because he gives him the mop and he's like mopping the ice. And he's like, so what do I do now? After he gives him the stick and he's like, you just mop. And like, I don't know, it's funny how when he's writing some of it, it gets kind of dark. Like Jim as Golden Face or whatever, he says something like, I'm going to chop off your wife's head and have sex with it or something.
Dude, that's the best because then it cuts to Jim and he's like, I wasn't a fan of the dialogue.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then when Toby dies, his head like explodes and Michael's like, that was the most expensive shoot of the movie.
By far the most expensive.
Yeah. Just because he wanted to like make Toby's death be so graphic.
But it's funny because it does that. Then even in the movie, it's like, ha, joke's on you, Golden Face. That was a convicted child rapist.
Right. Yeah. That's right.
We don't even care that he's dead.
Right. Yeah, I forgot about that line too.
Yeah, that's a good episode. It does get outrageous with the plot of Threat Level Midnight, but that's the point.
Yeah.
He doesn't even remember if Dwight's a robot or not.
Right. And then and there's like that bar scene where Andy's like, "What's wrong, buddy?
Oh,
Put the jukebox on C34," and he does like his Michael Scott dance.
You tie that yarn, and that's how you do the scar. It's so that part's kind of hard to watch.
It is, but I thought it was fun.
But what you were saying was cool too, because like Cara Filippelli's back in that because she's like ever bang a bachelor party.
Yeah.
Then they find her. She's like, "Why are you singling me out for something that was shot years ago?" It's just cool how they
find Jan, and he's like, "Oh, you finally finished the movie?" But yeah.
That's another one. He would play the recording backwards.
Yeah.
All right, Chris.
That's a good one, though.
What's your number 9?
Number 9 will be the latest. That's the furthest out I'm going to go, and that's season 6, episode 1, Gossip.
Okay.
Love Gossip from the start to the finish. I believe Gossip is the cold open where it's hardcore parkour. And like, just from the opening bit, that's super funny, when they're doing it. And then, all right, here to on top of the Vance refrigeration box, cartwheel onto the ground or whatever.
380 to the garbage can.
And then he jumps and he just falls through the empty box. But it's the one where like Stanley's having an affair and Michael like somehow stumbles upon it, but no one's telling him secrets.
Yeah.
So he starts spreading secrets. Yep. And Stanley gets like super pissed and says he's going to break it off. I do like when he's like, I'm going to break it off now, Michael. And he's like, wait, do people often just make up sales calls to leave the office? Because that's not cool.
Yeah.
But he just starts making a bunch of false rumors about people that Andy's gay.
Danny's gay rumor is the funniest part of the whole episode.
There was one thing that I said today that's true. Everything else is false. Is it that I'm gay, Michael?
He's still, even when he tells him that he made up all that stuff, he still is like thinking about it.
This isn't the first time the gay accusations have come across.
I wonder if there's something there.
High school. And in college again.
And then he like goes up to Oscar and comes up with this like crazy
Brad Pitt's coming onto him.
Pitt scenario.
And then he's like, wait, why is Brad Pitt coming onto you? Shut up, Oscar. It's my fantasy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I love Gossip. It's definitely the latest. I won't go further than that one, but 6-1, Gossip. Love it.
It's a good episode.
So then that's on to you then, James.
All right. I would say my number 9. There's a few that I felt like could have been there. I'm going to put, it's called Season 2, so it's Season 2, Episode 12. It's The Injury. That's when Michael burns himself on his George Foreman grill or whatever. And he, like, demands the attention from the entire office.
Yeah.
But at first he doesn't.
Right.
I just want to be a normal day. Normal
Right.
day would be good.
Right. He starts it off like he just doesn't even care, and then he wants to be a normal day, and then decides that he needs the attention of everyone. I don't know. It's not like a super crazy episode, but it's just one of those episodes where Michael just goes over the top. And
I don't know, man. I think that episode like really set the tone for the show because it is one of the what one did you say it was?
Season 2, episode 12.
So I mean, it's like halfway through
season 2.
But like, dude, that episode like had balls. I think like they're gonna do a whole episode about him burning his foot on a George Foreman grill because he was making bacon in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, there's also Dwight's injury too. So there's 2 injuries.
Oh, that's right.
But like when he's talking to his mom, and he's like, "No, I'm not going to tell Jan. She just worry." And then she's like, "The mom must say like you're not with Jan." It's like, why are you talking to Pam? Like, I don't know. That episode's awesome.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good episode.
He like calls his mom. He's like, "Mom, no one's taking care of me."
And then it's just Ryan puts like baby aspirin or something.
Oh,
in the
Crushes up the acid. Yeah.
Yep.
And it's just that's a good one. I love that episode.
Yeah, I like that episode a lot. All right, Matt, bringing it back to you. Number 8.
Number 8 for me would be season 3, episode 18, the negotiation. It's the episode after Roy gets fired for starting a fight, and Daryl, with all the extra work, wants a raise, and he keeps trying to, and Mike is like, he's trying to tell Mike that he wants a raise, and Mike's like, "No, I can't give you this raise." And it goes into this whole funny thing, I think, where everyone's just kind of making fun of Mike the whole episode, because first he shows him his paycheck, and he's like, "Matt," or he's like, "Mike, you've been here 10 years, dog. This is only a little bit more than I made."
Like, this is what I want. He's like, "I don't make that much." He's like, "Shut up, dog."
And like,
takes a picture to send to Roy so he'll feel better for being fired.
And then, like, before that, Michael goes on Wikipedia and tries to find all these different, like, negotiation strategy, like, ways. And each one he tries just, like, doesn't work at all. Like, he sits there all quiet, and they're both sitting there quiet, and he's like,
he just whispers.
"I choose." Oh, yeah, that's the other part, too. That's another strategy, the low talk.
Right.
Which he tries on Jim, and Jim totally, like, flips it back.
Yeah.
And then they find out that he's wearing like a girl's suit.
That's right. He got a women's
and he's
clothes.
like, I was at what's the store? He's like, I was at some designer store, and there was a sale going on, and everyone was digging through there, and I pulled out a pair of pants, and they fit.
Yeah. And they fit.
And then I don't know. I just thought that whole thing was funny. And Daryl's like trying to talk him into like getting a raise for himself before Daryl can get the raise.
Right.
That was another part where he's like, remember to use that black talk that I gave you. Dunderflickle or something.
Or Dingenflicker's from Casino Night.
Yeah.
Sure. But in that, I think it's like bibbity boppity, get me the hoppity. Or
and
something
they do like some weird motion.
Yeah. Get it, son. Dude, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was another line I like, too. He's like, "You got to make it happen, Captain." He's like, "I will, Sergeant."
Yeah.
Or something like that.
I always liked Daryl and Michael's interaction.
Yeah.
I feel like Daryl's one of those like super underrated characters. Yeah. Like I feel like there's certain episodes where he brings a lot to the episode. Like,
I liked him more when he was in the warehouse.
Yeah,
I agree.
Definitely.
And
one of the episodes I almost picked for my list was the Willy Wonka one.
Dude, that was.
And I remember because one of my favorite lines is when Michael runs, because they shipped them all to the same place, and Michael just runs down to the warehouse, and he's like, "Hey, idiot!" And
start over.
And Daryl's like, "Yo, yeah, start over."
Dude,
I think that was one of the funniest.
I put 5 tickets in 5 different boxes, and they all ended up on the same place. How did that happen?
Was it all? We sent a lot of pallets there.
What's a pallet?
Explain.
That was my number. The Willy Wonka one, golden ticket, that would have been my 17. Because I do like when he's like, "We need golden tickets idea," and Andy's like, "Golden girls."
Yeah.
How great was that show?
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's my number 8.
All right, Chris.
Number 7.
No.
Oh, my number 8. Yeah,
Your
sorry
number
about
8.
that. I cheated here, but we're just gonna roll with it. It's Stress Relief Part 1 and 2. That's Season 5, Episode 14 and 15. I swear those aired
That's
together.
what I was gonna say too, because like I had one of my things that almost made my list too was the whole when Dwight got fired and then because when those were aired originally it was like an hour-long special.
Exactly. There wasn't too little
but when they put it on the DVDs and stuff they obviously broke it up, so I'm okay with that.
Okay, because that one's super funny too, and then because in part 2 of that when Andy breaks the wall and stuff, the return, so it counts.
The stress relief. Yeah. That's where Stanley has the heart attack.
The heart attack.
Oh, dude, I love those. It
starts with the fire,
dude.
Because today fire saves
You're
lives.
not dying today.
That was actually on Comedy Central today.
Dude, it's so good. And then I love when Dwight's being punished at corporate and Michael's on his side of the table and he's like, "We're not mad, Dwight. We're just disappointed." And David Wall says, "No, Michael, we are mad." And Michael gets up and walks around to the other side of the table.
Yeah.
And then he starts talking. And he's like, "David, I don't know what to say. I don't know what you're thinking." And David Wallace asks Michael a question, but Michael thinks he's asking Dwight. He's like, yeah, Dwight. And he's like, "Michael, I'm talking to you." He's like, "Forgot the question."
Yeah.
But even part 2 when they roast Michael is super funny too. I wish there was more of the roast, to be honest with you. But Stress Relief's awesome.
That's a good one for sure.
That's a lot of people's favorites, I think. But yeah, that's my number 8, Stress Relief Part 1 and 2. Then we're going to James.
Alright, so my number 8 is Season 3, Episode 17, which is Business School. That's when Ryan invites Michael to be a guest speaker at his business school.
Oh, yeah.
It's I don't know. Something about that episode. That episode I find it super funny. I don't know.
Can't really remember what else happens in that episode. Or wait, no. I'm trying to think what they're doing in the office while they're doing that. I can't really remember, but the scene in the college classroom is really funny.
I think that's the one that. So Pam has her first art show for the.
Pam Casa.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that episode, dude.
That's right. Michael's got all the candy bars to throw out at people.
Is that when they're gone? They're doing all those bets where they bet on how many M&Ms were in the jar and stuff.
It might have.
No, that was a different one. But yeah, when he's talking to the door, I thought that was really funny. He takes that kid's book and he just starts ripping it up.
Right.
Just throws it back at him.
He thinks it's a really big deal that he's there.
Right.
But it's just a credit.
Right.
And Ryan is openly admitted I don't know if this is he's it's a full credit grade. You go up I had to bring him, right?
Right.
Yeah.
One thing that Michael does in that I love, because he does when he leaves, when he thinks he gets a job at Scranton, he plays his own entrance music.
Mm-hmm.
It's dude, I don't know, because everybody wants real background music that in the movies,
Right, that'd be sick.
But it's a good episode.
Yeah. All right, Matt. How are we feeling? Number 7.
Season 1, Episode 2, Diversity Day.
I thought you would have a Season 1 on there. You really like Season 1, don't you?
I mean, it's only 6 episodes, right?
Yeah.
But I did like Diversity Day a lot.
Mr. Brown.
When they play the game where they put little different races on their head and they have to guess it. I just thought that was really funny. Angela had the Jamaican one. Kevin's "You want to smoke some weed, mon?"
Yeah.
And she's no, and he's "I think you do, mon."
Yeah, and then doesn't Stanley have black on his
Yeah.
Michael's Martin Luther King,
which isn't that's a person.
Right.
Dude, that's
and someone has Jewish or something, and
Pam's Pam's Jewish.
Pam's a Jewish?
Pam has Jewish on her forehead, yeah.
She's the one that says it, right? I can't remember who she's talking to, but she's well, if I'm based on stereotypes that I do not believe in, you would.
She was talking to the Asian person.
Asian, yeah.
I don't know who that was. I'm trying to think. Wasn't that Dwight?
I don't know. Dwight just kept trying to be like, give me a clue. Like, Dwight just wanted to be able to guess who he was.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like, damn it, am I a woman?
Right.
But I like in that episode when, like, he holds a meeting first before that after Mr. Brown leaves. And, like, Kelly sees, like, how dumb it is. And she gets up to leave. And he's like, wait, no. If you leave, I'll only have 2.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's definitely my favorite of the season one
for sure. All right, Chris.
You should have been fired so many times. Because of the Chris Rock skit, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Dude, you can't say that.
You know, and I still always want to go back and because I don't know what skit they're by Chris Rock they're talking about,
Either
but I
do
want
I.
to find it.
But it's bad. Like, not good language.
Right.
So, all right, so it's me for 7.
Yes.
I'm doing Branch Closing, Season 3, Episode 7.
That was another episode that was on today on Comedy Central.
See, they know what's up.
It was a good one. It was a good part of the season or show.
It's always
They're
nice
on
when you
today.
watch it on TV and you could just get a run of like the good episodes. But it's the one where they actually close Scranton, but because of Stanford, the guy at Stanford, it's oh man.
Trying to think of his name.
Yeah, what is it? Because Michael says, Josh, it's Josh Porter, right?
It's Josh, yeah.
Known as the poor man's Michael Scott around my condo. But because of him going to Staples, it kind of jumbles everything up, and they have to close that one, and everyone goes to Scranton, and Michael and Dwight think they're going to save the branch and go out to save it, and they obviously don't do anything, but they think they did, and
That's I love how they're just standing there.
yeah, he's like, I love where they're walking up to the door, and he's like, we're going to be like bowling for Columbine. We're going to put a microphone in your face and be like, why are you doing this? I thought that movie was going to be about bowling.
Yeah, I didn't like the movie as much.
It wasn't. Yeah.
That was to be more like Kingpin.
Yeah. But, and then when Michael makes Dwight act like David Wallace,
Yeah, I know.
like, I really like that part, and just the overall
that's
gist of it.
the episode that Stanley is like excited, right?
Yeah, because he
gets
thinks he's getting a severance.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like, I
dude.
couldn't be more pumped.
Yeah, he's like, all right, let's do it. And then
Creed's selling all this
he
stuff.
sells all this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
There's just, I really like that. Kind of like what you mentioned earlier, like for when James did where Michael goes to the business school. Like, in that, I like both story, like in the office and out of the office.
It's
you
nice
know
how
what
they
I mean?
do that.
Yeah.
Those episodes, like they'll do like one thing's happening outside the office and then another thing's happening within the office.
And they make both still.
They're both good too.
Yeah.
Those are the really good ones.
Right.
So yeah, that's me. Branch Closing for my number 7. We're going to take it to James.
All right. So what is this, number 7?
6.
No, I think it's
No,
seven,
because you
right?
started, yeah. You're on 7.
Yeah, okay. So
Oh, that's right. Okay.
all right. Mine is season 2, episode 5, which is the Halloween episode.
Good pick.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just really like this episode. I think it's super funny that they like the costumes that they all pick and just how it all goes down. I just
Season 2 Halloween one. Is that?
This one where he has to fire somebody and he picks
No, that's.
Creed.
Oh yeah.
Creed has him pick some guy that's never been on the show before.
Yeah.
yeah, no, just everything about that episode is super funny.
All the Halloween ones are good.
Yeah, it's.
I was just gonna.
I was gonna say that actually with picking this one is they're all really good. I just think I like this one a little bit more than the rest.
I agree with that. I would say the same for me personally, and the same for Christmas.
Yeah.
I like all the Christmas,
Oh,
but I
yeah,
think
definitely.
the first in season 2 Christmas is the best. But in that one, because remember, Michael gets the paper mache of
Yeah.
himself, but he's like, I
I'm
had to
having a
order.
hard time remembering a lot of things from that one.
And Pam's like, he's like, oh yeah, I ordered it in June or whatever. But when Pam thought that she might get fired, she's just like, Michael, I love your costume.
Yeah.
And he just starts shaking
Yeah,
it and
yeah.
stuff, and then she's like in the clear. You know what I mean?
Right.
I also think that introduced 3-hole punch, Jim. If I'm correct.
I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's number 7.
I always liked that episode a lot. It's a good one.
It's probably one of the episodes that I've watched the most, to be honest.
When he calls, because Jan called and he calls her back, and it's the receptionist. She just wants to know the name, Michael. And she's like, "Who would you fire?" She's like, "Just call back with the name." He's like, "I wish I could fire you."
Yeah.
Still here. Oh, okay, bye.
Yeah.
And then Dwight's the Sith Lord. And he has that
dude,
scene where it covers his face. He's like, "No, Michael," because he acts like he's talking to the paper mache.
Right.
And Jim and Pam get him hooked up with a new job.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What does it say under karate on the resume or whatever?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Dude, that episode, that's a good pick. I really like that pick. It did not make my list, but dude, there's 201 episodes. We're talking about 10. I mean, I made a list of 20, and that's still like...
Right. I could add 10 more to the list.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, Matt. Number 6.
Has there been any crossover?
Not yet.
Now there's going to be, because I'm doing season 2, episode 22, the casino night again.
I didn't think... I wasn't sure you were going to
really
put
number
it.
6? That's awesome, because that's my number 6, too.
Well, we'll do both your 6s now. So. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like what you were saying, Chris. It's what like kind of got me into it, and it was.
I think it's one of the first episodes that Chris showed me when he was trying to get me hooked onto The Office.
That's probably true. He
think it's
kind
a
of
good
does
one.
that. Yeah.
There's a select ones. It's definitely one of the ones I go for.
Yeah. It's definitely a good episode, though. Obviously, there's not much more to say on it. Like, Chris obviously touched on a lot of it, but pretty much
Yeah, I'm
everything
trying to
that Chris said.
think if there's anything else.
Well, there's one huge event in that episode.
Well, yeah, the kiss, but
The
yeah,
kiss.
Right.
2 years in the making.
it was. I thought it was interesting, like how they went so fast with that. Like, I feel like a lot of shows too, like they'll make that crush last for like
Forever,
4 episodes, like seasons.
Yeah.
But like when like he finally made the move and it was only like season 2, I was thinking like, whoa, I hope they know where they're gonna like go with this, because sometimes it won't work out. And
Right.
Sometimes it can ruin the show.
sometimes a lot of shows, yeah, they'll save that final hookup to like the very very end.
Right.
Scrubs was always better when JD was chasing Elliot, I feel like.
Yeah,
No, I'd agree. How many
So-
seasons of that show are there?
9 or
7,
so.
yeah, maybe 9.
But Zach Braff wasn't there for the last couple
Yeah,
of years.
the
But-
kiss was a big thing about that, and
But see, they did
worked
make
out.
it 3 years, because then he went away.
yeah, that was what I thought was a twist too. Like, because season 3, yeah, that's one of my favorite ones too. And the first, like, I wouldn't say half of it, but fourth of it was like Jim being over in Scranton, and I thought that was kind of funny too, because there's some good episodes with that.
Oh, yeah.
I love when they were like playing Call of Duty. And stuff.
Yeah. You don't snipe.
But they managed to like make that kiss kind of like put it on hold, and I don't know, they drug it out.
And then it was
They did
cool
a good job with
because
it,
then
like-
Pam wanted him.
Right.
Right.
He was taken.
Yeah, exactly.
And one of my favorite scenes is always when Pam thinks he gets the job. Like, it's not a funny scene, but like Pam thinks he gets the job, and she's like, good luck for him. It just didn't work out. And then he busts through the door, and he's just like, "What are you doing tonight? Dinner?" And she's like, "Yeah." And like she like starts tearing up or whatever. I don't know why I always like that scene a lot.
It was crazy too, because like that was the last season or last episode of that season. So
Yeah.
now it's like, now I gotta wait
I know.
a
Yeah.
whole another year to see where this
Right.
goes.
They were good with how they like did their like season finales. I feel like.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's hard to have a cliffhanger in a show like this.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's not Game of Thrones where
Right.
the dragons are born, boom. But it was good.
So that's my number 6.
So that was your 6 and James's 6.
Yeah.
My number 6 is season 3, episode 1, Gay Witch Hunt.
Oh, that one like barely didn't make my list.
It's so good.
It's
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like what you were just saying. Jim's doing his thing in where is he? It's Stanford.
Oh, Stanford.
Stanford. Yeah. Yeah, Stanford. And he's starting his thing and meeting the new people. He tries to prank Andy, and Andy gets super pissed about it.
It's the introduction of Big Tuna.
Big tuna, yeah.
Big tuna.
I had a tuna sandwich and
Is that
Which I
that's
think
when
is
he
so
puts his,
funny.
Calculator. That's when he puts his calculator in like the Jello.
Yeah.
yeah. Might have been his stapler.
Oh, that's what it is. But he gets super pissed.
And then he kicks the thing, and Jim's like looking at the camera, laughing, just looks back at his computer. But the main part is it's you find out Oscar's gay, which you really find out in season 2.
You knew, but
know.
But yeah, like he unintentionally did it.
Yeah, dude, it's just Michael's maneuvering through that.
It's funny, dude.
What do they have a little seminar, and he's like, "Did you know gay used to mean happy? When I was in high school, it meant lame." And then he's talking to Phyllis. I always like how he like acts like Phyllis is like his grandma, but they're the same age.
Yeah.
But of course, Michael, we all thought you were gay.
Yeah.
Because I like to dress nice. If I was, I'd be afraid or whatever. That whole episode's awesome. I get a real kick out of it. It's Michael's inappropriate way of going through that.
I'm having trouble right now, like thinking of like a lot of specific parts.
Like at the beginning,
it's funny
when he's talking to Toby. And he's telling him about the complaint, and he's like, "You called him gay." Yeah, so he said whatever was better than Die Hard. And he's like,
he said he keeps using the term faggy or something.
Yeah, it was faggy. That's what it was. And he's like, because he said something was better than Die Hard. And then Toby's like, "No, man, he's attracted to other men." And Michael's like, "Hey, watch it, Toby," or something.
Yeah,
I really like that episode. And then
that would have been
shows up.
That would have been like my number 11, I think. It was on the list, and then there was I forget which episode I ended up switching it with.
The gaydar.
They call Jim about the gaydar.
Yeah, then he sends him a metal detector at the end, and he just scans his belt. But that's my number 6. Gay Witch Hunt, and then we're actually going to bring it back to Matt for number 5.
Yeah, what's the top 5, bro? What's going to be the rounding out one?
So the only one that's crossed over is what? Casino
Night so far.
So that's a 3-way crossover.
Yep. Surprising, actually.
That's cool, though, actually. I'm
a little surprised, yeah.
There's a lot coming.
Yeah. For me, it's season 5, episode 7, customer survey.
Dude.
It's when Dwight and Jim don't go to Kelly's party, and so she gets mad and she like gives them really false reviews on for their bonuses. And there's a lot of things in that episode that I think are like really funny. It's one of my favorite like scenes that like I'll actually watch just that scene like over and over again on YouTube is when they're doing like the fake when Michael sits them down and tells Dwight that he has to like sell paper to Jim who pretends to be like this guy, and he's just like, "My name is William or Bill Buttlicker."
Yeah.
And like that whole scene is just funny, like the way it goes, and Jim's like obviously messing around, like totally fucking around with Dwight and puts him on edge and gets him all crazy, and then Michael takes over.
Dude, that's the best part of the scene.
And Jim just totally switches.
I like the sound of your voice.
Yeah, I like the sound of your voice, Michael. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to buy $1 million of paper if you fire Dwight."
He puts his hand over the mic like you can't hear him. He's like, "That's how it's done."
Yeah, I love that.
Fire up. Michael, don't do it. It's $1 million sale.
and then the other part that I like in a lot of that episode is how like Jim and Pam have like this little mini Bluetooth that they're talking to each other, but also like carrying on their normal conversations during the day. And it's like, I don't know, things that keep happening I think are really funny.
How many shoes do you have?
Yeah, like Jim and Dwight are in the car, and Pam talks about buying shoes, and Jim's like, "How many shoes do you have?" And Dwight thought he was talking to him, and he's like, "I don't know, 2, maybe 3.
That's a good episode. That was my number 17.
And he keeps like, and he's like when they're sitting at the desk, he's talking to Pam, and Jim's like, "Who?" Like he kept thinking he was talking to him, and he's like, "Who are you talking to?" So I thought that part was really funny too.
I like when he's like, when Jim finds out that they were right about Kelly. And he's like, "Dwight, we were right." Yeah. About what? And then he's like, "All right, no, Michael, I want to sit here while you fire her or whatever."
Yeah, when they find out it's Kelly, he gets crazy. He's like, "Call the police. Have her arrested, taken off the premises."
And Michael's just like, "I have an incredibly hard time getting people to come to my house too." Kelly's a great character too.
Yeah.
Like, she's up there, man. And she's also a big writer for the show. Mindy, right?
Mindy, I
Callie.
think, yeah.
It's Mindy something.
Callie.
Never got into Mindy Project, but
Nah, me either.
so it's me then.
Yeah, you're number 5.
So wedding episode, season 3, episode 15. We should make that the Vance wedding. Phyllis's wedding is that episode.
Dude, Michael's hilarious.
The first
in that
time I ever
episode.
watched that episode, and there's that scene where he's talking to her. He's like, "You're just as pretty as the first day you worked at Thunder Mifflin." Thanks, Michael. You said it outside. But then he's like, "Did you lay wind?"
Dude,
And then he's like,
so funny, dude.
"Man, that's pungent." Or whatever. Dude,
Right, dude.
that's that dude. That was like the funniest ever.
I don't know, dude. That's super funny. And then, like, towards the end of the episode, when they finally get married, like, he says it at the wrong time, and he's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Bob Vance."
Oh yeah.
And then he, like, messes it up, and then he's like, and he says it, and he's like, "Ladies and gentlemen."
But they're already cheering.
Right, they're already cheering and shit.
I like
love
how it's
that
like,
part,
"Phyllis,
dude.
do you take Bob Vance refrigeration?"
Yeah.
It's like, dude, he's so into that. But he gets kicked out of the wedding, which is funny.
Like when he goes up to Bob Vance and he's like, "You touch her, I'll kill you."
Yeah.
Like, if you touch her, I'll kill you.
Agreed. No one will touch Phyllis or something. But
Yeah, that's actually a really good episode. I like
one of the things that I always love too is the marriage or whatever he does. He's like, Webster's dictionary describes marriage as the fusion of two metals. And I think you two are some gold metal. Because he obviously typed in welding or whatever and spelled it wrong. But I don't know, I love that episode.
That's a good one, dude. I don't know where that would have been on my list, but it would definitely be in the top 15, I would think.
So so we know it's not your number 5, so what is your number 5?
I feel like you guys are gonna definitely be looking at me weird on this one, but my number 5 is season 2, episode 17, which is Dwight's speech. I don't know if you guys remember that episode.
Yeah.
So
You're
that's,
all ready for this.
dude, I don't know, just something about that episode, dude. He has like a fear of public speaking, and then he goes out there and like kind of kills it.
Dude,
like,
I have a fear.
Dude, who doesn't have a fear of public speaking, dude? I hate it, dude. In high school and college, you'd get in front of like 10 people, 15 people, and you'd have to like say a speech like
Yeah.
every 5 seconds, dude.
Stupid ass game.
Dude. But no, I think it's just awesome, like how he just like barely, like he's not even saying like real like good stuff, and it's just like everyone's just like cheering him on. And
What's funny is like Jim's just messing with them.
right.
He gives him a speech from like Stalin.
Yeah.
Talking about like social, like I don't know, something. Because he's just going on like the people need to unite.
Yeah.
Like
Everyone cheers.
Yeah, dude, they get so into
They
it.
like love him. I don't know. I think it's just
Yeah.
like one of those episodes where like
it was good and it's bad. I do like a lot of this stuff in that episode. One thing that did kind of turn me off was like how when he first started his speech, he was like, I mean, we all get all like super tense and nervous doing a speech, but like I feel like I've never seen Dwight act like that before. Kind of like a pussy, kind of scared.
You know, it's funny that you say that because it is like
totally out of character.
Dwight's the man's man
Yeah.
on the show. You
Yeah,
know? It's like I think he got scared because Michael was just like making it seem like it was a way bigger deal.
Oh,
That
totally.
was the one thing I really liked. How like the whole time before they got there, like Michael was acting like he was like a Jedi and he was the Padawan.
You saw the plaques, right?
And,
Yeah, because I was gonna say, didn't Michael do the same speech when he was
couple, like years ago.
Yeah, right.
He was like a
He's like-
poet.
He's like, dude, and before, and then even when Dwight kind of got froze up, Mike went up there and he was trying to do a speech, but like no one was digging his jokes.
Right. Michael goes up there and fails miserably, and then Dwight goes up there.
Good morning, Vietnam. But it's just dead silence,
Right.
dude.
But then once Dwight starts like getting popular, like Mike gets all mad and he goes to the bar and like
Dude, he's
He's like-
funny, dude.
I like that part too because like
He thinks he's the main winner.
Right.
I captivated the guy that captivated 1,000.
Yeah.
guys. And he thinks the underage girl was really 21.
yeah, that's what I thought was funny too because like after Dwight like nailed the speech, like he came up and he's like, Michael, like let me know how awesome this was, and he's like, well, I have a story too. there was this girl, and like the story was just so dumb. But Dwight was like, really?
He's so into it.
Just because he's like in love with Michael. But
Right.
That's just that's
good
Michael's
choice.
being
Like I said, I didn't think it would be like on your guys' top 5, but yeah, no, it's definitely one of my top 5 episodes. I think I like it a lot just because it's like every episode Dwight's like kind of like we were saying, like kind of a beast, and then that's like the one episode where he like shows some weakness. You know what I mean?
I really do like that episode a lot. I don't know. I'm definitely higher up than Matt is on it. That's a good episode. I like the training beforehand.
Right.
Because then that's the one where he's like, you all get $1,000 bonuses, right? And then he tells Dwight to go out and talk, and he's like, there's been a crash. Brad Pitt's dead. And Kelly's like, it's because of what he did to Jennifer Aniston. He will never act again.
Right. All
We're
right.
busting out some good Kelly quotes, actually.
Yeah.
It's actually making me.
Surprising me.
It's kind of making me, like you said, I'm kind of appreciating.
She's underrated.
Kelly does a lot of funny stuff. When Andy gives the one girlfriend like a necklace for Christmas or whatever one year, or no, maybe it wasn't that. Maybe it's Holly got a necklace, and Kelly's like, "Oh my god, I love it," and then she looks at the camera and shakes her head no. Dude, Kelly's awesome.
Especially because I feel like we all know a Kelly in real life.
Yeah,
totally,
dude.
dude.
It's like shut up.
If we with our kind of job, with the jobs that we have, I deal with a lot of like high school little ditzes that just they all have that Kelly mindset. They're just so dumb and they only care about like
what they're talking.
Right.
It's like when Jim,
Josh, like this is kind of mean to say. I'm not that they're dumb, but just like
Right.
when
I
Jim
know
comes back from Stanford and he's like, Kelly, what's up? And she's like, oh my god, Jay-Z and Beyonce had another baby. This, and Jim's like, awesome. What's up with you? I just told you.
yeah.
Kelly's cool.
Yeah.
But we're not doing our top characters yet, so
Right. All right, Matt.
that was number
That was number 5 on my list. So now we're on to number 4.
4.
Number
4.
Number quattro.
Quattro.
Season 6, episode 6, The Mafia.
I knew it was going to be on your list.
I like that episode a lot. It's
That is such a good episode.
yeah, like I feel like from start to end, it's pretty funny all around. Like even when right when John Grady walks in and Michael's like, what does he say? Like nothing worse than a
bad
salesman trying to pitch to a good salesman.
Yeah.
It's like a basketball player, something.
Playing. Oh, what does he say? I love when he tries to do those sports analyses though. And
then
messes it up.
And then Andy and Dwight just assume that he's in the mafia because his name is Grotti, and it's got that one line where he's like, "Why would he change his name from Gotti to Grotti?" The R just like
You'd lose credibility.
Yeah, he's like, no, and then Dwight's like, no. It's one of my favorite lines too. He's like, "No, R is a very defining letter. That's why they call it murder, not muck duck." And then like they're trying to call Jim to get.
He's on his honeymoon.
That's right.
That's
right after the marriage.
Niagara episodes.
And Jim's like, Jim and Pam are like, just
Michael, you need
constantly getting
and you'll be. Don't call again. I didn't hear the good stuff.
And then the scene where they meet up at the lunch. That's just funny too. Like Andy's dressed up as a mechanic.
as a mechanic, yeah.
With like a
yeah, dude. And then he has to like.
I only work on motorcycles.
The guy comes up to him and's like, "Can you go help me like jump my car or whatever?"
Yeah, and he's like, "No," and he's like, "Go on, help the lady in need."
And then he like just like totally fucks it up.
And that whole scene too, like the Grotti guy is like, he totally comes off as more intimidating than it like makes it even worse because they feel like he's so intimidating because he's like telling the waiter like, we're not gonna sit there, we're gonna sit over here, and he does the whole if it like I want a steak, I want it rare. If it comes back burnt, I send it back. Something, I send it back. And
yeah, and he's totally just like talking like,
and that just makes him more scared that he's actually like in the mafia. And yeah, I
want a side salad. If it comes out on top, I send it back.
Yeah.
When he gets all cocky because he thinks he shut down the mafia, and he's like, Aaron, I want this kind of coffee.
Yeah.
If it's not this, I send it back. How do you return coffee?
Yeah. That last scene, he's like, and I told Grotti that if he comes back around here, he's gonna I'm gonna give him a taste of this. And Dwight's like, that's not really what you said.
Well, no, Dwight's like very close. He doesn't like say it's not close, but whatever how he says it, it's super funny. It's just like, I'll agree with you to agree with you in a way.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that episode when I was doing this, to be honest with you. That's a good one, though.
It's really up. Yeah, I mean, it's number 4.
It's good.
That's my number 4.
All right, Chris. Number 4.
Season 5, episode 13.
Season 5, huh?
Prince Family Paper.
Mm.
I really like that episode. It's I like it even from like the beginning. I don't think it's the cold open, like the open part, but David Wallace needs Michael to like go like scout them because they don't know anything about him, and he's just making like a joke out of it, and he's like, "This is serious, Michael. I'll fax it. Oh, just email it or something." I can't think of how that part goes, but I love when they're going to the Prince paper, and he's like, "What if they have a daughter?" And Dwight's like, "I'll seduce her." And Michael's like, "No, I do the seducing."
Yeah.
And he's like, "You'll just fall in love with her, Michael." And he's like, "So?"
Yeah.
And it's just like,
She might be a nice girl.
yeah. And then it's like, "We're going to meet at Denny's." No, I said IHOP. I hate IHOP, Michael. You're going to get pancakes and you're going to love it. I don't know. I just love it. I think it's a really good episode.
That one used to be way up there for me. I think I might have overwatched it, though. But that one is really good.
And then, like, Michael has, like, doubts about, like, crushing the people.
Yeah.
And then their signal is the licking of the
that
lips.
scene is so funny.
When they're just licking their lips with each other.
Like, no, but
Yeah. Bada, bada. And, like, Michael has to do it last, so he starts over again. But I like that episode a lot.
That's a good one, too.
So, yeah, those are going to move it on to James.
All right. I think we've hit that inevitable point. Season 4, episode 9,
I think we all know what that one is.
dinner party.
Just don't say anything. For real, though.
There's
We'll
not
just
much to say.
we'll all go once.
So it's coming.
Yeah.
So then we'll just skip to my number 3.
Yeah. James's number 3 is dinner party.
Number 4.
His number 4 is dinner party.
Correct. Dinner party. Let's go on.
Guess we're just gonna have a big debate about that later. So
Obviously, it's higher on your guys' list.
So it's number 3 for me then.
3 for
Oh
you.
yeah, definitely. It's the gossip episode.
Oh, okay. So it's a
Already
crossover.
talked
Not a
about.
crossover.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think that'd make another list.
Really, it's so good.
It's a
Right.
It's a good episode. I didn't even think about it when you were saying it. Like all the stuff that happens in that episode. It's
I love all the. That's. Okay, and I didn't. That's the one episode that I don't remember what season that was, but it's got to be a later one because it's when they have the yeah. But anyways, like I love all the rumors that they do, like about Kelly being anorexic, and there's that one scene where she's eating cake and. What's her face is like, oh, it's good to see you eating again, and Kelly's like, yeah, like
I know, right?
like not thinking anything weird about that, but and then like, yeah, like when like
What was Kevin's? It was there's somebody living inside him.
yeah, living inside me, moving my body.
Yeah.
Toby's like, how can I be a virgin? I have a kid.
Yeah. Of course Toby's was that. You know what I mean?
And it's like,
What was said wrong about you, Michael?
that I was like a male model.
Yeah.
That's not a bad
I'm
rumor.
throwing off hot chicks every night and I can't find true love or something.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. I like that. So it's me.
Yeah, you're number 3.
Season 2, episode 20, drug testing. I believe this.
Thought about putting that on my list.
I believe this one's actually written by Mindy Kelly, if you will. Love it. I love how Dwight thinks he's like a real cop. He knows he's a volunteer sheriff or whatever, but when he's like, when he's like pretend hitting the joint and then like flicking it.
Yeah.
He's got the whole area thing turned off.
Oh yeah, because he finds like a half a joint in
Yeah.
a parking lot or whatever.
I think it's the deleted scenes that like shows it was like somebody from Bob Vance's refrigeration, like one of the guys. I think it was, I don't know, but it's when he's interviewing people and he's like, Phyllis, what is this? And she's like, it's marijuana. How do you know that? It's labeled.
Yeah.
But the best one of them all is like, what is this, Creed? That is Northern Lights, indigo, cannabis, whatever. You know, he knows the exact strain. No, it's marijuana. It's like Creed knows exactly what it is.
Which isn't even surprising that Creed knows
right.
that.
But like the whole premise of Michael might have smoked at an Alicia Keys concert because he met a girl with a tongue ring, and I never get to meet girls with tongue rings or something like that.
And the way he describes it, I'm pretty sure he was just smoking like a clove cigarette or something.
Everybody said it was a clove cigarette. Everybody in the aisle was doing it. And I don't know. There's the whole like he's trying to get Dwight, and then
when the drug testing lady comes, he's like, "Do you know?" He's like, "I think you know me," and she's like, "No, I don't know you." And he's like, my piss was like green or something.
She's like, "Oh, how are you?"
Yeah,
I'm all better.
I'm all better.
And then like Kevin wanted like a magazine or something. She's like, "It's just urine, sir." Because remember when they're like lining up to pee or whatever, Kevin thinks he's gonna get like a magazine.
Oh
yeah.
I don't know. I've always really, really liked drug testing, and you know, when Michael when they're doing the conference about it, and he's got like the same drug up there like 3 times, but it's just called something different. Then he's got hookah,
which isn't a drug. That's right. Who calls him out on that?
Toby and he gets super pissed. And remember, Jim can't talk that whole episode because of the jinx.
Oh yeah.
And I love when like Pam makes him say something, and he like she's like, he has a great story, and he like pretends cries, and Michael's just like, oh damn, that looked like it was going to be a good one. Yeah. Like, even though it would have like initially been a terrible story, but I don't know. Always liked it. So now, James, tell us your number 2.
Number 3.
That's right, that one thing that threw me off. We should have just let him talk about it. All right, number 3.
So my number 3 is going to be probably Office Olympics. I don't know. I just really like that episode. That's probably one of the episodes I've seen the most. Something about it. I mean, like, I know we were kind of talking beforehand, Chris, and you were like, I wasn't really a big fan of what happened at the office, like with the actual Olympics, but like everything that happens outside of the office.
Yeah, what happens outside?
He buys the condo with Dwight.
They're like sitting in the condo after he buys it, and he's like, man, this was a terrible idea.
That was... The condo, I didn't really like the Olympics part.
I didn't like the Olympics part either. Right. But the buying the condo was so good.
Yeah.
Dude, so good.
He finds out he's locked in for like 30 years, and he thought it was like 3.
Michael or Dwight's like, oh man, or whatever. It's like,
dude, and then Michael
he's like, you basically just bought your coffee.
No, right, and before he signs for it too, he's like, I'm gonna need a second. He like goes outside and like freaks out outside,
and he starts like complaining. He's like, these walls aren't very nice.
Where's all the hot people?
I don't know, man. Just like you said, the condo aspect of that is just hilarious.
Well, he doesn't even know which condo it is when he gets there.
He just wants out so bad.
Yeah. Michael, if you walk away now, you lose $7,000.
Yeah.
And the next scene's eating a sandwich. I'm a homeowner.
I love that part, dude.
He's like, Dwight, I got a special offer for you. Tries to get him to move it.
Dude, by the end of it though, he's so fed up with Dwight. He's just like,
you're trying to be a nice guy and offer you something. Because dude, Dwight starts asking all those ridiculous questions.
Can we carpool?
Can I drive your car and you drive my car? Why would we do that, Dwight? Where do I put? What does he ask where to put? It's not an aquarium.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I can't think of what it is.
Because he's like, he describes it as an aquarium.
Like a reptile tank or something.
I don't know. It's super good. Oh, when Michael's talking about where to put the TV, and he's like, no way, dude, don't put it there. Your neighbor throws the wife against the wall. The TV's going to come falling down.
Dude, that episode's so funny, dude.
That would have made it easily. It's just, personally, the Office games and Dunderball.
Those games were dumb to me.
They definitely were. I don't know. I think it was just like nice kind of aspect of the episode though, just because it was like something that they did to kind of like boost everyone's spirits with Michael like out of the office. I don't know, but definitely the condo aspect of that episode is why it's so on the list and why it's so high on my list. But yeah,
forgot about that.
All right, Matt. I think that brings us to your top 2. It's number 2 on the list.
Number 2, season 4, episode 1. It's the fun run.
Support the rabbit.
Dude, it's a good episode too.
Just the beginning, it's right after. It's right after the season 3 cliffhanger where, like you said, Jim asked Pam on a date. So I thought where it picked up was really funny because a lot of stuff happened at the end of season 3 too. With Michael not getting the job and Ryan getting the job and Jan getting fired.
She got her breast
after got her breast thing and she was crazy from the meds and stuff and I don't know.
Hunter, I want to squeeze him.
Just the way the episode started, I thought was funny. It takes obviously it takes place a couple months later because
that episode starts with him in the condo, right?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Michael's so this is what I come home to every day, and it's Jan just slouch over.
Jan made me breakfast. Well, she went out and got the milk. It's silly.
He's she'll probably wake up around 1 or something.
She won't be up for a couple hours. We should go.
Yes, and I think that whole part is funny because Michael's kind of giving us an update on everything that's happening. He's driving to work and he's I got my top 3 sales boys. Dwight and Jim and Andy are killing it. And, he's still giving he's still getting us up to date, and all of a sudden he smacks right into Meredith, and it's whoa, that's a crazy way to start an episode,
right?
Especially for the season premiere, and just the beginning was funny, and
he thinks that it's a cured disease.
Yeah,
and he doesn't know it,
right?
Dude, the best part I love is they raise no amount of money, but he's so committed to the big check that he spends half the money they raised on
that whole episode. Was that an hour-long episode? Because it seemed kind of long.
It might have been. I don't know.
Yeah, because then it leads to they finding out that Meredith had rabies, and they do the run, and I thought the run was really funny.
Where are we? I don't know, 5 kilometers away.
Yeah.
Why couldn't we do a circle?
That made me laugh so hard. I was that is such a genius thing for a writer to write. Let's have a race where it's just a straight line.
Yeah.
It's so now we're 2 miles away from the beginning.
That's when Pam walks in on Michael changing too.
Yep. Yeah, that was when you first kind of see that Jim and Pam have actually kind of hooked up.
Yeah, right.
They were denying.
It's still a secret, but you saw just them two alone, and
they even did, you already you knew it.
Yeah,
but they did the secret camera following him and her getting into his car or whatever.
Right. I love right before the race started, Daryl's giving a little chip to a squirrel or something. And Michael's get away from that. He's look how cute he is. You're gonna get rabies. He's but he's chewing on the little thing.
Dude, one thing is I felt bad for Andy with the chafing.
That was a little weird. That was a little weird,
yeah.
But I thought all the characters were kind of funny in that. Kevin's Michael, you cannot make me run.
Yeah.
I won't do it.
Yeah. I like the
don't half of them hop into a car too?
Yeah. Stanley and Creed and Oscar just go to a restaurant.
That's so funny.
Michael ends up in the hospital for dehydration. He eats all that pasta before the race.
Been a carbo load.
Yeah. But when he's eating the sucker, then Meredith rolls up. But he asks if she want to try it. But he doesn't expect her to say yes.
Yeah, that's right.
She's you want it back?
No,
I'm good. I always I think I had to support the. Remember
you were a bunch of those bracelets. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good, man.
It's my number 2.
Good choice, Chris.
My number 2 is season 2, episode 12, The Injury. Pretty much what we all said about it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think that episode was badass. I think it really set a tone for how the season 2. If you ever watched the original Office, I don't know. I've tried to watch episodes here and there on Netflix, but it almost seems season 1 is almost word for word, not word for word, but it's pretty similar to season 1 and season 1. Season 2, they really find themselves, and just to be able to I think BJ Novak wrote that episode. I think Ryan, but I'm not sure. The whole premise of him, I waking up to the smell of bacon. So what? So sue me or whatever. It's just to make a whole episode on that was just genius. And it's super funny. Everything we said about it is why I love it. So that didn't make your list, huh?
No, it didn't.
Damn. All right, so James for number 1.
Number 2.
You've been messing this up all, man.
That's all good. My number 2 episode, season 2, episode 11, I believe. Booze Cruise.
Cruise.
Why are you shaking your head over there, Doug?
I do not like Booze Cruise.
Bro, what?
I don't know why. I like the King of the World stuff. I don't know.
Dude, it's so funny, though.
I think I like it. It's got its ups and downs.
I feel like that would make the one, like you said, maybe doing a list of episodes we don't like or whatever.
Really? That would be on it?
No.
Maybe. Yeah, well, I mean, you take out season 9, it's like we'd have to do that. But
Yeah, I don't know. That's the
We'll
one.
try to come up with just our most hated one before this is over.
our most hated episode.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, dude.
I know what mine is. But anyways.
I know what mine is.
Yeah,
I wonder if it'll be.
I thought it was kind of weird because they were like on a boat in like February,
Yep.
and it was just
He takes them on like the little cruise, and then things get like super out of hand.
The captain's the guy that's in like 21 and 22 Jump Street. The bad guy, the captain of the ship.
Oh yeah, is he?
yeah.
He's the drug dealer teacher in the first one. and
Oh
he's just in
yeah,
jail in
no,
the
he
second
totally
one.
is, dude.
I don't know because I feel like it got a little awkward with like Jim's girlfriend and like Roy kind of like
With the whole
around.
like, you went here, we totally crushed
Yeah.
you guys.
Trying to,
I'm not like hating on it. I'm not
totally
like shitting on
hating
your
on
number
it,
2, but
I did have like funny like Kelly part 2 because she
bought all this stuff.
because she bought all that stuff. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Michael, you said I needed to buy a bathing suit because he's just trying to like trick them on where they're going. Same with the dress.
Yeah, I was just I think we just saw that episode, but he got her again where he made Kelly like buy something for
A bridesmaid dress, and she's like, "I'll just give this to you, the receipt, because it was on sale and I can't return it." And he's like, "Oh, I'll take care of that." And crumples it up and throws it away,
Yeah.
dude.
But yeah, that's
Booze Cruise.
that's the number 2, bro.
That's shocking. I do not know what your number 1 is. Then.
Once I say it, you'll be like, that makes sense. But
You're just gonna tell us your number 1 real quick.
right now, because your guys' both number 1's the same.
Abo. What's your most hated episode? Is it Scott's Tots?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Without a doubt.
All right, so number 1, since it's not Dinner Party.
Did I mention it?
Nope, it is not even a crossover. I'm kind of surprised.
Is it the carpet?
No.
I'm surprised too. That was another kind of
That was my third
thing that made me a little eerie about doing this list. I thought we would all just have like the same one.
Dude, these are all pretty
But
different.
it's going good. Yeah, all right.
I'm surprised this wasn't on
Niagara?
either of your lists. No, I'll give you
Michael
one more
Scott
guess.
Paper Company?
No.
Give me one more guess.
One more. Do you want the season that it's in?
Give me a
Yes.
season.
Season 2.
Drug test? You said no one said it, right?
Yeah, no one said it. It's not a crossover.
Christmas party?
The Dundee.
Oh, yeah.
I love that episode. Dude.
Let's get him to the Dundies.
It's like one of those like weird, awkward, like I don't know episodes, but it's just like something about the episode just like really made me enjoy The Office. To be honest with you,
It's a good episode.
just like
It always made me want to like something like that for my job.
Right.
right, dude. It's
There's
just
been
like
times I thought about that.
dude,
'Cause,
totally.
Like, especially because like the everyone gets a Dundee,
right.
and it's like the things he comes up with. Like I would give one to one of my coworkers for like complaining about going home the most.
Right,
Just something kind
It's
of
like a jab at them.
Yeah,
you
dude,
know.
exactly. Consistently shows up late.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
for sure.
Like, got one for you.
It's a 3-way
Worst
tie.
customer service, like.
Yeah, dude, they're just like all crazy awards, but like everyone gets one. And then like towards the end of the episode, like things get out of hand, and they're like, all right, well, we should just stop doing this. And then like I think it's like Pam is like, no, we got to keep doing this. And then like I don't know, just like everyone comes together type of thing. I don't know. I just really like that episode.
Well, those like teenage kids are like fucking with Michael.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a little mean.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah,
he's just
dude.
trying to have a good time with his crew. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Right. But yeah, no,
And
that's
Dwight was
like the DJ. Yeah.
It's funny that you brought that up too, because like I remember like a month or two ago, it was obviously like a publicity stunt, but Chili's like tweeted out that they sent out a tweet, and, like obviously it was like a publicity stunt saying that they were taking away Pam's lifetime ban from Chili's.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, that's genius on Chili's part.
Yeah, right.
Like, for real, their marketing, whoever did that, give them a raise. That's awesome.
Because she got all crazy.
Right.
The guy was super serious. Yeah.
The manager was like, "Yeah, she's banned for life."
Yeah. So I was surprised that it didn't make either of you guys'
I like that episode.
Yeah, that was a good classic.
But
like we said at the beginning, dude, there's hundreds of episodes.
I mean, to be honest, there's 200 episodes, but like Matt was just saying, though, like I'm surprised there wasn't more crossover. I'm glad there wasn't. Like, I kind of figured when we were doing this, like, at least for you two, I figured like 6 out of 10 was going to be the same.
So did I.
Yeah. What did we have? We had Casino Night, Gossip, and that's it.
I think so. Well, dinner party.
Yeah.
I mean, so like 3 out of 10. That's really not that bad. I mean, there's a lot of good episodes, but I guess why don't you start, Matt or Chris?
Yeah, our number 1 and James's number 4, and mine and Matt's 1 is Dinner Party. I tried so hard to like just be like and not make this number 1. Like when I was making the list, I was like, I shouldn't make it number 1.
Well, that's why. I mean, like I love that episode. Don't get me wrong, but
it's
like
number 1.
It's not though, dude. It's so good.
When I made my list, well, usually most of the times when I make my list, I'll start at 10 and work my way down. But when I made this list, for number 1, I put Dinner Party, and then I went back up to 10.
Yeah, I just get it over with.
Because I was like, yeah.
I just feel like it's everyone's favorite episode.
I thought I had to be like unique and show like I'm a huge Office fan by not making it number 1, but. It's the best episode. What?
Hating on me and my list.
I'm not hating on you. I'm just saying it's a lot of people's number 1 is what I'm saying. Like,
definitely.
He didn't want to like be like everyone else.
Yeah,
but you still have to.
Exactly, because it is the best Office episode, hands down.
It's definitely good.
And I mean, it's not even in The Office.
I probably could have put it a lot higher than 4, but
when Michael's like fake on the phone because he told them they all had to work.
Yeah.
No, these are my friends. We're not going to do it. And then he's like, what are you doing? You said you didn't have any plans.
Immediately, he's like, you said you didn't have any plans.
And Jim's like, I'm beginning to think there wasn't an assignment from corporate.
Yeah. Even like right when they arrive there, like they bring the wine and it's like, oh, this will be good to cook with.
Yeah, such an insult to bring wine.
It's like, well, you haven't started cooking yet? And he's like, it's Spain, sometimes they don't start eating till midnight.
When in Rome.
When in Rome, dude. I love
when they're playing charades.
Everything about that episode.
The tour of the house. Yeah, like
his little couch is where he sleeps.
He's got like he's like a little cot to sleep on, and Jan has like 2 different work rooms.
So you have a workroom and an office? Or I love when she shows them the office. Michael, never been used.
Yeah. Yeah, because they keep taking Jack.
The whole episode, they hate each other.
And then doesn't who gets what the cops get called?
Yeah, because Jan goes crazy.
Yeah,
at the end of it.
Michael shows him the little flat screen TV he got, but it's like
it's like the smallest.
It's so small. Yeah. It's so funny.
I could just stand here.
He's like, I finally did it. Down.
I'll just stand here and watch it.
It's so small.
Dude, it's a good episode.
The bloopers for that are so good.
I guess now that we're talking about it, dude, it definitely is like 100% number 1.
Dude, everything's so good about it. Like,
it's so
Jan's
good.
so weird when she like puts on the music.
It's Hunt. And it's clearly like him losing his virginity to her.
Yeah. Michael's just like, he was never really a good receptionist.
Yeah. Jan thinks Hunter's really talented.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
She's like trying to dance with Jim, and he's just like standing there, sort of sitting there.
He's just sitting there, and she's like moving his hand.
That was so awkward.
He tries to sell them the candles.
The candles. That's
Sometimes when I get irritated, I just smell these and I feel good. And then Michael starts talking, and you can see she's getting pissed, so she like starts like waving the candle into her nose to feel good.
It's like, Yeah, and he tries to sell it to like Jim and Andy, and he's like, thought about it. I'm in.
Yeah, Andy thought about it. You guys have a hand for the seats.
He's screaming at Jan. He's like, "You're trying to get me to sell property to my rich friends.
It's an investment opportunity."
It's like, these are your like subjects. Like, you're their boss, and you're like calling them your rich friend.
Right. Jim and Michael and Jan seem to be playing their own separate game of who can make their guests the most uncomfortable. They're winning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That whole episode's good.
And Dwight shows up with like his babysitter.
Yeah.
Why is he here? And he's like, "Well, you said that he needed to have a date, and he needed to have, and we needed to have wine glasses, so he covered it all."
He was so sad when he didn't get the invite at the
Dude, he was pissed. That's right.
What time should I be arriving, Michael? It's not. It's just me, Jim, Pam, Andy, and Angela.
Hey-o.
Yeah. Dude, what else was big in that episode? I like when they're playing like my turn.
Yeah,
but then when she's doing like I'm the devil and he's like, oh, she is the devil.
Yeah.
I'm in hell.
Yeah.
And Angela's like, dude, you shouldn't joke about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she made some funny little witty comments.
Yeah.
They're talking about
Because they're like
Pam,
they're dishing on Pam.
Sometimes I think she steals the faxes.
Yeah, she's just like, what the fuck?
And then later in the kitchen, they're like accusing him of. I always wonder that too. It makes me wonder if like Michael he must have actually told Jan that they had a thing, right?
Yeah, that's what it's implying.
Because it's been brought up before. I just didn't know if something like Jan made up on her out of her craziness.
Yeah, I guess it could have been her,
But
being
like,
nuts.
Either
Angela's like, yeah, I've seen the way she looks at him sometimes.
And she's just like, what?
Just getting her little jazz in, and yeah,
At
Pam's
first, she
just
doesn't
like,
even know what they're talking about. Pam, and she's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Me, Michael? Never.
Right.
never, ever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when Angela does a little jab.
Yeah.
Dinner party, man. It's number one.
Dinner party
doesn't even
rounds out the top 10.
It doesn't even
Number one.
have like half the cast.
Right. I know, yeah.
It's like you said, it's like six people.
Not even in the office.
Yeah, it's just.
It's
I
like
remember
But that shows like their strengths. Steve Carell.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, awesome acting stuff.
I remember you saw that episode before me when it aired, and you were like, "Dude, watch this episode." And
Needless to say, like any of the ones on our lists, I feel like are worth seeing and worth checking out, especially Dinner Party.
I really like Dwight's speech that you mentioned too. That's up there too for me. And then there's a lot we didn't mention that are still really good. Obviously, Dinner Party's the one to check out, but I am shocked the carpet didn't make anyone's list.
Is that where he comes to work and there's like shit on the carpet?
Yeah, from Packer.
I don't know about that one.
I like when he's like,
Yeah.
"You guys are still working on the carpet? Home makeover makes an entire house in 1 hour."
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our top 10 Office episodes, with Scott Tots being Matt's least favorite. Also mine. Have you seen Scott Tots?
I don't know if I have, but I'm not very inclined to seeing it if it's your guys' least favorite episode.
It's so
I'm sure I've seen it,
awkward.
but I can't think of it off the top of my head.
It's bad.
But
Yeah, I want to thank you all for tuning in to another Uniquely Average podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm James.
Matt.
Take it easy.
Have a good night,
Hello.
guys.